Hey everybody, it's me, Mitch.7 here, and I'm back with another live stream for you guys today. And today, we are playing Princess Evangile. It's episode 10, so that means we're doing a live stream. So yeah, let's get right into this, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna get live chat up real quick. Oh, hold on. Oh, come on, stop it. It's being mean to me. Okay, turn that down. There we go.
ムースタープリンセスエヴァンジール
Hey Marine, how's it going?
でしょうか
Oh my god, it's so loud.
ロードしますね
I am surprised to see you here, Chiho-san. Is his Chiho-san is his childhood friend, so it is natural that she should be here now that they have reconciled. But you, well, why are you here? Tell me, Bijo Blue. What are you doing in the White Lily Society? Actually, it is because I agree with Rise-san's goals. I really am shocked. I didn't know that you were such a progressive person, Ruko-san. I simply never considered the matter before. What? But now that I have made a close friend, as she spoke, she smiled at Chiho. I see. I expected to come here to see you despondent. I was surprised when I overheard you talking. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I've gained more allies and our prospects have never looked brighter. Well, I won't stop you from dreaming. So you are against school reform after all, Mitsuki-san? After all? It's obvious that I am. It's just that you've never spoken to us about it. The subject has simply never come up. That may be the case, but there is one thing I've been wondering. What is it? Your opposition. It good, yo. Yeah. Sorry I didn't see that. Your opposition to school reform. Does that really come from you, Mitsuki-san? What do you mean by that? Mitsuki-san glared at her angrily. Just as before, it occurred to me that these two had been closer than mere acquaintances. Hello, Allison Carrar. How you doing? Also, hey Siri. Hold on. Hey Siri. Start a timer for 1 hour.
1 hour, starting now.
Oh, Gage. How you doing? That is Marika-sama's position, and so that has become your position. Is that not the case? That is not the case. Mitsuki-san rose from her chair, with the exception of Rise-san. The rest of us started at her in shock. What? Stared at her? That should be stared, not started. What the fuck? That's so weird. I've always felt this way, more or less. Marika-sama, maintains a neutrality of the student council. That alone makes her theory obviously wrong. Are you certain of that? What? Does Marika-sama truly maintain neutrality? I'm not so certain of that myself. I won't forgive such slander against One-sama. The words were harsh, but her voice had no power behind it. I just got done with a fishing trip. Oh, nice. Chief de Corps, is it? I believe that your earlier title was far more beautiful. You really do mean that, don't you? What? Mitsuki-san shook her head very slightly, then looked down at me. Well, I hope you're enjoying your life at our academy for now, Okunogi Masaya-san. Because one term of it is all you're going to get. Ah! Frickin' loud. Mitsuki-san left the room, closing the door behind her with a bang. No wonder, it was freaking loud. Did something happen between you two? No, it's nothing. It's just, we were once the best of friends. Did Mitsuki-san ever have a different title? By the time I got here, she was already, Chief de Corps. She acquired her current title around the time we entered final course. What was it before? L'armée de Lune. Lune? I think it's Lune. L'armée de Lune. Lune. Lune? Oh well. It means tear of the moon and refers to the mole under her eye. Don't you think it's lovely? Wow. And now she is captain of the guard. I don't know who she is anymore. She started hanging out with Marika-san, and it seems like you didn't like that, Rise-san. Ah, yes, ever since then she had no time for me. In addition, as I prompted her, a bitter smile appeared on her lips. I must not say it too loudly, but I am terribly fond of Marika-sama herself. Oh, is that so? Yes. I'm rather surprised Marika-sama is so very popular. Ruruko-san turned to me to explain. During last year's Grande vote, the White Lily Society candidate dropped out of the election. Ah, Marika-sama was the Red Rose candidate. You're saying that Marika-san was so popular that her opponent gave up without a fight? Yes. Wow. Well, Marika-san is beautiful, and she's got those huge breasts. Stop! No. Is that all that men think about? Oh, I mean, I don't. Meow 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 meow. There you go. I did it for you, Marie. I don't know Marika-san very well, but why don't you like her, Rise-san? What I have to say may come off as petty, but it's just that her way of smiling as though she's correct about everything irritates me to a frightening degree. You guys are funny. Now that you bring it up, she does smile rather constantly. Yes, and she's always brimming with confidence. It's as if she never feels doubt about anything. Chat raid. If it really was a chat raid, there'd be 1,000 people on here, which I wouldn't mind. I do have it set up so my list. Hold on. There we go. I do have it set up so if there's too much talk in the chat that it will give each comment a wait time of 5 minutes before it goes through. So that's something I can't understand. I never know what Marika-sama really feels about anything, and it irritates me. In the fifth Gospel of John, Jesus says that you can't trust people whose authority comes only from themselves. But Jesus was acting on God's authority. That's why you could believe him. So in other words, what authority does Marika-sama's righteousness come from? That's what I don't understand. A lot of gibberish, huh? But I really was surprised. I expected to see the two of them grasping at straws. Chio has joined them. That means his character must, after all, be on the whole unobjectionable. And then there's Ruruko-san. She's so composed, she could cause a change in the tide before I know it. Which means that similar people may begin joining them from here on out. What the fuck? Y'all give me that chupa? What does chupa even freaking mean? What the fuck? I can't imagine that Messiah-san would ever be accepted here. But just in case, I'm not sure if I can afford to just stand and watch. But Onesama hasn't said anything on the subject. I can't think for myself, she says. We'll see about that. Right, in that case. Oh, you meant to say Choppa. Okay, I thought. I thought you were talking like freaking Mario shit. Managing managing to get Chiho, our first intended recruit, on our side was a good omen of things to come. But our excitement was short-lived. 1 week later, we still hadn't gained a single additional affiliate. We'll have to give up on recruiting for the moment. Rise-san had said that 2 days ago, but it wasn't because she was deterred. Rather, it was because we'd already gone through the whole student body. It wasn't hard with so few people at school. Anyway, let's do the best we can with the members we have. Ah, and Messiah-san, keep interacting socially. I would have thought that if Rise-san and Ruruko-san did the inviting, we'd get along a lot of members right away. It just went to show how strongly opposed the student body was to reform. I was eating lunch in the dining hall when Rise-san came running up to me. She looked happy. Masaya-san, look at this. Huh? She handed me an A4-sized sheet of paper, and I held my chopsticks in my mouth while I looked at it. It's poor manners to hold your chopsticks in your mouth. Moin, you're crazy! Oh, right. Before I could move, she took the chopsticks and set them on my plate. This is... My eyes first went to the graph, and I was shocked when I double-checked the title. Okanogi Messiah Approval Survey. What? I didn't tell you? No, this is the first I heard of it. I see. Curious. Rise-san sat down, deep in thought. After a moment, she hit her uh, fist into her palm with realization. The early results were so bad that I didn't show them to you. Look at the graph for the first survey. It's basically just writing the horizontal axis. That's because you only got one vote. And who do you think cast it? Right. The Student Council conducts an impartial approval survey once a week and publishes the results on Monday. That's pretty often. Yes, that's why it will be our trump card. We can easily check any changes to your approval rating. My eyes fell back to the graphs. The first and second polls both gave me just one vote. But the third poll was a sharp spike upwards. I couldn't contain my surprise. The poll is conducted on Saturday, so the second poll represents the 11th through the 16th. You only had my vote then, too, likely because of the incidents with Chiho. Ah, I was pretty sure Chiho had slapped me on the 11th and the 13th. But now, everyone knows the truth of the matter. They also know that Chiho-san and Ruruko-san have become affiliates. I think that's what accounts for the change in the third set of results. I am a cat, and I say moo. What, are you Tamamo cat now? Huh? Are you Tamamo cat? I see. I understand what Rise-san had meant before about a trump card. Seeing results like this is pretty encouraging. Me no queasy. I know, but I do have one concern. What is it? How many votes are there in total? Rise-san slumped as she spoke. Combining intermediary and final course, it's 463. A meteoric rise to 27 out of 463? Huh. Well, we've only just begun, of course. That's true. Really, you should consider this our starting line. All the negative criticism is gone. From here on, I believe we'll gradually pick up supporters. doesn't need to be unanimous. After all, we only need 232 for a majority. When you think about it that way, it's rather close, isn't it? It is. Anyway, I'm gonna do my best. I wouldn't want to leave here after only one term. Yes, that's very true. I really was happy to see today's results. I feel like it's cause to have hope. Yeah. I remembered how she had run to me, results in hand. Seeing Rise-san's excitement was what made me happier than anything. God! Shut that thing up! Gosh, during lunch break, something unusual happened. I got an email. Oh my gosh. No! I know this scene! The Togginator? That's funny. But yeah, this scene's not gonna turn out well. I didn't recognize the sender. The subject line just read urgent, but I didn't know what it could be about. I opened the message suspiciously. On reading the contents, my eyes opened wide. Chiho-san's in trouble. Come right away. That was the entire message. Like the subject, the body contained no details, yet it was enough to send me into a panic. They say Chiho never fit in, after all. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I want to watch this. We have to anyways. Tugi. Besides which, Besides which, it had only been a week since she was invited to join the White Lily Society. Her standing couldn't have changed much since then. Tuginator? Okay. Then there was the slap. It didn't bother me, and with the misunderstanding resolved, I thought the matter was closed, but still. There might have been some people who took that as an excuse to be even harder on her. Everyone at Vincennes is so proper, after all. Rise-san had said it too. The first act of violence at the school. The more I thought about it, the more worried I became. I flew out of the classroom, cell phone in hand. I ran, weaving around people in the hallways until I reached the door to Chio's classroom 2B. Oh no. Do not open the door! I know what happens! Don't! What could possibly be? All that I could hear beyond was the usual classroom chatter. Then I realized that for some reason all eyes in the hall were focused on me. I had been at school for 3 weeks now. There was no reason why they should be staring at me like this anymore. And yet, for some reason, we seemed to be back to square one. This must be what they meant about something happening to Chio. They were all looking at me to see what I would do. I was sure that's what it was. I am not liking this one bit, guys. I know exactly what's gonna freaking happen. As I put my hand on the door, the girls let out cries of alarm that confirmed it. Chiho! Oh my fucking god, dude. What was the button again? Hold on. System. Config.
コンフィグ
God, scared me. Okay, how to. X? Okay. Okay then. Ah? Huh? What? I looked around the room. Eyes what? No! This is not going to end well. Hold on. Boop. Wait. I can't press X. No. Okay. The girls were all in the middle of changing. Uh, Chio-san? What? Are you okay? Huh? No, I thought you might be in trouble. That's why I'm here. I am in trouble. I knew it from the from the tentature serpent. Huh? The only danger here is you peeping on us while we're changing. You little, get the hell out! Whoa! Oh my god. Chio's scream was like a starter gun. Everyone started throwing things. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow. I was forced back into the hall. Ugh. Okanoge Messiah, you fiend. Oh, the one from the Guardian? We hadn't seen each other in a while. Since your transfer here, I haven't heard any reports of problematic conduct, but I can see that was all just a clever act. No, this is all just a misunderstanding. No excuses, come with me. Another guardian arrived. They each took me by one arm and dragged me to my feet. Despite being women, they were quite strong, and there was nothing I could do to resist them. Wait a minute now. You don't have to be so rough with him. What's the matter with you? Aren't you the victim here? Well, well, it's not. What's going on here? Ah, sister. I received a report from a student that Okanogi Messiah entered a classroom knowing that the girls inside were changing. What is with that? Why does she assume that I knew? Is that true? No, I would never. Lying again. I'm not lying. I really didn't. Would you swear to God that you're not lying? Yes. I had never seen Sister Mishima's face so stern. I looked her square in the eyes and nodded. Look, I even have proof. Proof? Moving only my arm under the elbow, I offered my cell phone to her. I got this email a little while ago. Look at it. Sister Mishima took it and checked the screen. Is this the classroom where the trouble occurred? What? Yes. And Chio-san was with them? Ah, yes? Very well. Then we should ask the sender directly. Speaking of which, Masaya Kun, are you acquainted with the sender? No, I don't know them. I see. Very well. Then let us go. Sister Mishima turned on her heel and began marching, holding me by the arm. Chio turned towards us as she heard our footsteps approach. You have gym next period, don't you? You should get to class, Chio-san. Oh, but I know how you feel. You're worried about Messiah-kun, aren't you? But you can ask me how it went later. Oh, I guess so. Chio stayed where she was, but since we were talking, the distance between us naturally widened. It's okay. Don't worry. I'm not worried. See you later. Right. Chio continued to stand in the middle of the hallway, watching us until we turned the corner. The misunderstanding was cleared up quickly. It was a delicate matter, so Sister Mishima took us to the vacant rose garden to explain. The girl who had sent the email was extremely flustered. I didn't send that email. I really didn't. What does it mean, sister? It must have been someone playing a prank. A prank? Did you have your cell phone in your hand at all times? N no, not at all. I leave it out on my desk a lot. Sister Mishima nodded knowingly. These phones have a delayed send function. Someone could use it to send an email without the phone's owner knowing it. But who would do such a thing? I don't know, but I would advise not searching for the one responsible. But he's the only boy at a girls' school. It's natural that some girls would feel inclined to play a prank. I don't think there's any reason to scold someone over such a trivial thing. In addition, Sister Mishima smiled brightly. Masaya-kun quite enjoyed himself, I imagine. Huh? Did he see them while they were changing? Ah, well, he had a clear view of them. I was standing right behind him at the time. So it was to your benefit as well, unless you are simply that determined to find the culprit. Oh, no, it's okay. I knew you were a healthy young man. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's just that I don't really want to make a fuss. It was a joke. Shall we leave the matter at that then? The discipline of students is outside the purview of the guardian. Guardian? Yeah. I just feel like it's spelled weird. With that, they released me at last. Then, Masaya-kun, you may return to class. Ah, right. On a more serious note, Masaya-kun, it is unlikely that every single person here will warm to your presence. But don't let it worry you. There are those that do welcome you as well. Right. I can hardly believe it. After class, we gathered in the courtyard at Maria Hall, and I told the others what happened. I thought something must have happened when you came late to class. The others didn't hear about it? There was no change in the atmosphere when I entered, so I had a feeling that they didn't. That's right. It happened just a little before class began, after all. No one sent emails to each other. We don't do that during class. Messiah, Vincennes is always very strict about those kinds of things. It looks like it. It is different at other. Is it different at other schools? Ritsuko-chan was at our table as well. Although the association were rivals, the students of Vincennes were still all on friendly terms. Even for someone like me, meeting and chatting like this felt like the most natural thing in the world. That's true. Before I came here, students would always gossip and use their cell phones during class. It was completely normal. I see. But a prank? It wasn't a terribly malicious act, but I wonder who it could have been. It could be. Oh, do you have some idea? Oh, no, not exactly. But what did they say to lure you there? That's the part I'm rather interested in. Well, what was that? Oh, it was like there's a treasure. No, there's a treasure hidden in two beam. That sort of thing. A treasure? A treasure, huh? What? For heaven's sake, you could have gone out of there right away, but you stuck around to talk and look at us. It was really gross. But but that was just what? My reasoning would be obvious if I told her what was in the email, but I felt a little self-conscious about it. Even if you couldn't help entering the classroom, there is no excuse for that. Itsuko-chan really could be harsh. But this might have an effect on your standing, Messiah-san. Prepare yourself for a change in next week's poll. Right. Oh, the one the student council does? Do you have the results already? Yes, here. She took the paper out of her bag. This appeared to be the first Ritsuko-chan had seen of it, and she peered at it with Shiho. Ruruko-san had been silent up until now. I stole a glance at her. Her eyes were turned towards the sky. Ruruko-san, have you seen them already? Huh? Ah, the results of the approval survey. Ah, no, I have not. But she didn't bother looking at the paper. She seemed to be deep in thought. What's wrong? You've been quiet all day. Oh, there's something on my mind. Messiah-san, might I ask you something? What is it? How does it feel for a man to see a woman naked? Oh my god. Huh? We weren't naked. We were still in our underwear. Ah, well, it was a figure of speech. How does it feel? I cannot begin to imagine it. Well, I guess that would follow. When we change together, I do not feel anything in particular. But I am certain that a boy in the same situation would feel differently. So I was wondering, how might that be? All eyes were on me. I felt like my face was on fire. That's a difficult question to answer. Is it? Well, it's a question about feelings are difficult to describe, you know? They seem to accept that argument. That is true, I suppose. Gosh, those two are angry with that freaking. They're all freaking angry about the freaking response there. They all looked unsatisfied though. Yeah, freaking annoying. That's so funny. I find it difficult to describe the feelings that I get when I bake a successful loaf of bread. Yes, that's right. We should have tea together again tomorrow. Yes, as long as we're doing it, we should invite Mitsuki-san to join us. Of course. I wonder why she didn't come today. She did not come to the Red Rose Society room either. We passed the half hour chatting, then dispersed. Woo! What a what a business? What the frick? Okay. I let out an internal sigh as I walked back to my dorm. Furuko-san's question really had me flustered. I wish there was another guy here. Then I could talk about how I felt. There was no way I could talk to a girl about it, especially not to the girls I'd just seen. Oh my gosh. But they're so beautiful. Chiho and Ruko both. I felt a tap on my shoulder and jumped into the air in surprise. Oh, it's just Chiho. Why do you look so surprised? Nothing. I was just a little lost in thought. You weren't thinking about before, were you? Got it in one. What are you talking about? Can I help you? You don't have club? You don't have club? I'm on my way now. More importantly, there was something I wanted to ask you. Yeah? What did you want with me? Huh? When you came into the room, you were calling my name. Ah, right. I had forgotten about that. And then you started asking me all those questions. What was that all about? I want to see your phone. That prank email was about me, wasn't it? I handed my phone over silently. This is. She looked between the screen and my face. I found myself blushing for some reason. It's just, you've gotten a reputation for violence, right? I thought maybe someone started some trouble. Idiot. She handed the cell phone back to me. But I guess given the circumstances, I can forgive you for this time. Thanks. Ane-sama, this should lower Messiah-san's approval rating. Whatever the reason, he entered a classroom while the girls were changing. Whatever. Whatever. Ane-sama? Mitsuki? You do know the most important thing in life, don't you? Huh? The most important thing in life is to do the righteous thing. Isn't that right? Hey, John, what's up? Using traps such as these to lower public opinion of Messiah-kun and drive him out. I wonder what could be the point of such a thing. Ah, if he is a good person, if he is a righteous man, then I believe that there is nothing wrong with him remaining at Vincennes. Have you forgotten what I said, Mitsuki? My desire is to remain at peace at Vincennes. Yeah, man. No worries, man. You're 11, right? 11, 12, right? Just to let you know, I was reading stuff like this, and I was watching stuff like this when I was 6. No joke. If his presence here is not disturbing that peace, then I take no issue with him. In addition, the matter of gender integration is one that the students should decide for themselves. Meow. Yeah, I know, right? Is that not the case? I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. I do understand how you feel. You were trying to make me happy, weren't you? Yes. But do remember, what I wish to see is his true character. If beneath the surface he is pure, then that will be a wonderful thing. Yes, ma'am. I'm glad that you understand. Also, the teachers do not know the truth behind this incident, do they? If so, let's keep this between us. Oh, but Jesus cast censor upon the uh, Pharisees, Pharisees who upheld righteous laws. Did he not? I am the same. What the frick is this? Pharisees? I don't know. I do not wish to enforce the rules if it means hurting you. Thank you. If so, I am still unsure. About what? At the moment, I have not yet found a definitive flaw in Messiah-kun's character. I still do not know if he is truly a righteous man or not. Oh my gosh. Mmm, delicious. Truly, Fortnum and Mason is the only black tea worth drinking. You've got that right. It goes great with the bread that you baked, too. Thank you. Goo! You're becoming quite the gourmet. Hmm? I guess I am. All the food here is so great. I never want to go back to Anpan and milk again. I don't think anyone would want that. Messiah-san even makes eating into a spectacle. He's always so fun to be around. Well, it surprised me when I came here too, Slurp. I feel bad saying it, but it's much better than my mom's cooking. Your mom's cooking is good too, though. Oh, you've eaten at Chio-san's house before? Yeah, pretty often actually. My old man rarely felt like cooking. Oh. Ho ho. For a moment I thought you were seeking parental approval. Eh? What's that? Nothing. Ho ho ho. Hmm? But I won't have to rely on them anymore. At least, plus I've got my debt cleared away. Man, you should have seen the look on the goons' faces. Their eyes were like saucers. I don't care to see those people ever again. Me neither. But I was relieved to see you recover that lottery ticket. It really it was haunting me. You still have about half left, right? which means you're pretty well off, Messiah. You are a pretty enticing catch. Oh my gosh, you did not just say that, Ruiko. Overnight millionaire. Though, I wonder if people feel like gold diggers around me. Who might you be referring to, I wonder? Ah, no one, of course. Messiah Sama has been through a great deal. I would not have thought it looking at you. I'm pretty laid back about it, I guess. That may have been a defense mechanism in a way. Choosing not to sweat the small stuff was the only way I could stand living with my old man. That bastard, I wonder what he's doing now anyway. I haven't heard from him or tried to contact him. Money is important. Risa-san spoke in solemn tones, tapping the rim of her teacup with a fingertip. Would you believe that the cups the students use are royal booster? Ah, fuck. What? Ah, you're not familiar with royal booster? No. It was a familiar exchange. From context, though, it was clearly the name of a company. It's the finest brand of bone china, isn't it? Yes, they cost so much you get in trouble if you break one, although porcelain is quite difficult to break. What's bone china? Is it a brand? It's a type of porcelain. It's quite expensive, you know. Wow. It's not just the dishes. Everything at Vent's Nest, including the furniture, uh, is of the highest quality. Even these chairs at this table where we sit. That's right. And the beds in the dorm are so soft. Yes. Is that supposed to be a bad thing? It sounded like they were going there. Well, the school's finances being what they are, ah, they could avoid they could avoid financial collapse by attracting more students. That was the integration movement and its major objective. Really, I'll never know why they go through all of this for mere students. The remodeling of the building was also quite costly. If they'd done the remodeling to accommodate our current number of students, that would have been better. But, well, in a way, it means we already have the facilities to handle integration. Do you really believe that the school will integrate? There was no malice in her words. She genuinely seemed curious. Yes, I do not intend to lose this fight. By the way, you've been quiet all this time, Mitsuki-san. Are you feeling unwell? I had been concerned about that too. She looked healthy enough, but she had kept her eyes turned down miserably. I'm fine. She shook her head slightly, but didn't say any more than that. Then a moment later, she turned her eyes towards me. Ah, Messiah-san? Yes? It was strange. Shortly after addressing me, she turned her eyes down again. The next moment, she turned her face away. I heard a rumor that you peeped on the girls while they were changing. Huh? I suppose you really are the Tinchature serpent. It's your destiny to leave here after one term. Thank you for the food. With that final word of Ruruko-san, she quickly walked away. I wonder what was wrong with Mitsuki-san. She hasn't heard the truth yet. She hasn't heard the truth yet? Ah, well, by the way, Messiah-san, have you heard? The May Festival is coming up. May Festival? That's the first I've heard of it. What's it like? It's an all-night dance ball, in our way of speaking. Soiree dansante. Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yes, it's so much fun. It's quite the custom for girls to feud in private with each other over the right to dance with their favorite onesama. I see. The May Festival is also, in a way, the debut of the association. The student council runs it, but the association each submit a theme. It would be unbecoming to do the same thing every year, after all. Hmm? Theme? Ritsuko has the Red Rose Society finalized its plans yet? Wait, Ritsuko, has the Red Rose Society finalized its plans yet? No, not yet. I see. Neither have we. On that subject, then, our meetings begin tomorrow. Beginning tomorrow will be about choosing a theme for the May Festival. Sure, of course. Got it. I believe the May Festival will be very important. What do you mean? Well, it's our chance to shine. Messiah-san, I mentioned the rising tide to you the other day. The White Lily Society is crucial to raising that tide. We can't expect to influence opinion if we don't raise our own approval rating first. That is true. Messiah-san, the associations have to help out with school events. We need to do our best, not just at the May Festival, but at all of them. Got it. With that said, she trailed off, then looked around at the members present. Does anyone have any ha, does anyone have ideas for the theme that I mentioned yesterday? We exchanged an instinctive glance. Chio looked slightly uncomfortable. Well, I'm sure it's a bit much to ask right away, especially as Messiah-san has never participated before. Yeah, but that's why I thought you might be able to propose ideas freely. Oh, Rise-san watched me hopefully, but I couldn't think of anything. By the way, when is the May Festival? Instead, I decided to buy some time. May 4th, the same time as Golden Week. Does this school take a long holiday too? Yes, but as we can't leave school grounds, there's not much to do. That may be where the event came from. The May Festival is my favorite school event. Dancing all night long. It feels almost taboo. That's true. Even without lights out time, we don't usually stay up all night. If I may ask, Messiah-san, have you ever danced before? No, never. Can you guys all dance? We practice in gym class. We're doing it now, as a matter of fact. I see. I have gym class separate, so I never knew. But it's not something you can learn overnight. Last year I spent the whole time stepping on Ruko-san's feet. It's nothing to worry about for either of you. Speaking of which, am I supposed to participate? What? What do you mean? Well, I take gym classes separately after all. Dancing is for men and women to do together, so I'm sure it will be fine. Objects, if anyone objects, I will have a word with them. Thanks. Well then, this will be my first time dancing with a boy. As she spoke, Baruko-san's eyes came to focus on mine. I hope that you will take my first Messiah. No! Don't say it like that. Uh, I don't know about that phrasing. Me, me too. Messiah-san, you may dance with me if you like. Sh sure. I think it would be best to match the clumsy people together. That's a good point. I won't have to feel self-conscious about stepping on her feet. Just try not to hurt me. It's practically my first time after all. Right, though that's a weird way of putting it. This is quite a problem. She let out a deep sigh. What is? There is only one Messiah-san. We cannot all be your partner. Doesn't the dance last all night? But the matter of who you dance with first is of great importance. Ah, the three of them looked over at me, and I found myself momentarily at a loss for words. I don't know about that. I think as long as we all take turns, it'll work out well enough. I won't be satisfied unless I'm first. Ah? You know how I hate to lose, right, Messiah? Uh, that's it. I just had a very fine idea. An idea? For the White Lily Society's theme. What is it? Just as Rise-san leaned forward, there was a knock at the door. Salutations. Ah, salutations. The Red Rose Society piled in with Mitsuki-san at the head. How can we help you? Ritsuko informed me that you were beginning your talks about the May Festival today. I magnanimously decided to check on you. How exactly is that magnanimous? Mitsuki-san seemed to have recovered from her depression of the day before. She was back to her usual self. Are you sure you can afford to be rude to me? What are you talking about? It's not unusual for the two themed submissions to conflict with each other. When that happens, it's usually settled with a coin toss, right? And this year, that will be unnecessary. We will concede to the White Lotus Society, right, Ritsuko? Okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you guys put a like, subscribe, ding the bell notification icon, and I'll see all of you guys on the next one. I'm going to save this and stop the stream
セーブ
real quick.
セーブ。寂しいです。 また来てくださいね。